And I think some of you may already have beaten me because you may find a better way of solving this. And Swift is a language that constantly got updated and add more syntax to it. And since Swift 5, I believe right now you can use the new version of Swift 6. But for app development, my personally still using Swift 5, but it's already a new thing in Swift 5. So in Swift 5, we got a new syntax called raw string literal. That means, literally speaking, while we often use that. So it's like literal string. So exactly what you type inside the string will be that string. Okay? Whatever weird signal, whatever escape inside, you just ignore this. You sort of hard-coded, whatever inside will be a string. Okay? But you need some sort of mechanism that contain all this raw string literal inside. And syntax is really simple. The reason I love it is sort of just to save me all this hassle to memorizing all this, escaping all that. Especially if you are doing something like, like regular expression. So you have to find a specific thing. We got tons of escaping characters, and it will get pretty confusing pretty quickly. But luckily, we can get something like this. So what I'm going to do is quickly demonstrate this for you. It's like a one-step solution for all of the problem. And I want to specifically include at the beginning of the section of this tutorial, just to want to show you that you can add more problems if you don't know the concept, if you don't have a foundation. While you're solving problems, if you don't know the concept, a lot of more questions were coming up and get pretty, bad for your progress. But if you know, and if you know that smart way, you can just solve that just using one simple method. Let me just show you. So for example, let's just add a let, and I'm going to just say it's a raw string. Raw string will be, and the syntax of raw string is by enclosing the string context. So this will be inside the string, but you can enclose the string content with the pound sign. So pound like this, okay, or hashtag, whatever is your preference. Okay, so the double quotes is like enclosed by the pound sign, and whatever inside doesn't really matter. Let me show you. So for example, I want to escape, I want to break free, I want to add some variable, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? You just print this raw string and it will give you the result. Really simple one here. It doesn't matter. Whatever you put inside, it doesn't matter. Okay, whether it's a backslashes or parentheses, doesn't really matter. But what about you want to actually using the string interpolation? You might ask, because previously if you want to use string interpolation, just use slash, backslash, and parentheses, right? But how about this? Let me show you. So let's name. I use this a lot, right? And say this time it's William, okay? And let's our greetings, we do that a lot, greetings equals to, this time I'm going to use the new syntax by pan, okay? And string, and say, hey, William, okay? Escape, but things already inside of this special enclosing space. You have to escape that, especially you have to prefix the interpolation syntax with the same number of pound sign. So right now, I just get one pound sign. It's just one pound sign, okay? It's one pound sign. So it's escaped. And you can say a name here, and then you can successfully print it out by printing greetings. Really simple one here. Hey, William. Really simple. But what about, you might say, multi-line raw string? Let's just get all the way down. I'm going to just comment it out and focus on multi-line. So, for example, a JSON. Let me just copy it. I don't want to type all this again. So print JSON. Oh, JSON is here. So copy it, paste it down. But this time, and select everything, and command and slash. JSON will be something like this. But remember, let's just do that again. Pound sign here at the end of the pound sign here. So it's the multi-line raw string. It's a tongue twister. So, it's really helpful if you got like a multi-line of things, and you got pretty like weird things inside. So, for example, you got like slash or something like this. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes you may get the user's data, but it's not usually like encoded. But let's just pretend this is like user data, okay? Sometimes user will put some weird special characters in here. That's the reason why sometimes we do not allow users to do that, because we do not want some like injection text or something like that. But that's another story, okay? And we're going to print it out. Let me show you. A pure JSON file, and this won't escape unless you want it to do so, okay? Unless you want it to do so. Like this. Really simple. And sometimes we can even use this string, multi-line string. And by the way, if you're dealing with the front end, a little bit about the web, about HTML, because in HTML we got tons of HTML. Okay, we got this, but we also got like a close over HTML. You get something like this. Okay, so we got tons of special characters, if you will. And of course, you can just simply put a pound sign and a block of string, like where is it? Yeah, here, and then a pound sign. Okay, and then this will be I don't know, HTML string. Okay, HTML string will be something like this. Okay. And we're going to let it, and then whatever inside, you can just copy and paste the whole website HTML, raw HTML here, and you can of course just print it out. And remember, as I said, you keep all this format as it is. So that's really better, pretty good. I love this. You got all this space in between. Okay, so basically, this method is my favorite method. And you can compare this method. Maybe you come up with a method that's brilliant. So you rather beat me. And I just want you to compare a lot of things that you think you learn, you modify that, you improve that. But as the technology progresses, you sort of solve all the problem. But you have to know this problem exists. Then how this technology solve all this problem, save all kind of hassle. You have to know that. This way, you can learn faster. You can make your app more secure, more robust, and you can rest assured that it won't get obsolete by improving technology, but just to become more powerful, and just technology make your life so much easier. And that's what I'm trying to say.